Alright, you guys, welcome back to the Kylie Lavelle once more. Subscribe to the channel. You know what to do. But we bring you this interesting story. A former PhD trades that in for a life of helping the homeless, the unhoused, which is a serious problem on the West Coast, let alone the East Coast, large cities too. But let's tune in and see what happens as this hits home for me. So let's go.
We are back with a story from CBS Village, the site which highlights diverse communities across the country. And today we are headed to San Francisco to meet a man who has made it his life's mission to help those living on the street. CBS News Bay Area reporter Sharon Chin has that story.
Food, some drinks.
For Vincent Pannizzo, ministering to the unhoused is his life's mission. But there was a time when they weren't even on his radar.
I was a graduate student at UC Berkeley and studying ancient history, and I really didn't care much for the homeless.
Of course not, because you thought that college degree was a life that you would never live. I mean, there's several people with college degrees and they're homeless. They just can't keep up.
Then one day,
I started reading the Bible to get some information, and I started to read the words of Jesus, and I was really surprised at what I found in there. Particularly about caring for people, which I never really did before.
What do you mean you didn't care about people? Fucking weirdo. I don't know, man. He's liberals, man. And he looks washed up himself. So if I would have seen him, if I would have passed him walking down the street, I would have assumed he was homeless. I mean, come on now. You got PhDs and shit. At least do something with your teeth, bro.
What's up, Robert? How you doing, buddy?
he found faith and a calling. He dropped out of his PhD program to seek out.
Do you see his lip? What happened? Oh my God, good grief. Anyways.
Out the unsheltered.
God does love them and care for them, and I want to bring the light and the love of Christ to them.
In 2012, Vincent started the nonprofit Mission for the Homeless. He begins this day loading up donated groceries from the Emeryville Citizens Assistance Program. Its volunteer director Bobby Miller credits Vincent with finding folks who are too ill or physically unable to pick up the free food themselves.
At the end of the day, he has some solace in knowing that he reached some of those people who probably wouldn't have had anything to eat today.
Vincent drives his van from Fremont to El Cerrito every day and tends to more than 100 unhoused people on his regular route.
And that's not a hop, skip, and a jump, ladies and gentlemen. Especially during rush hour. Like if you're driving from Fremont to El Cerrito in the morning, going the opposite direction once you pass, let's say, the Oakland airport, you should be good. But just remember, that's not the best commute in the morning or in the afternoon. That, like, just the thought of that, Fremont to El Cerrito.
What's up, buddy?
He supplies more than food, clothes, blankets, and tents.
I have to make sure that they're okay. I have to sort of triage and see if they do they have any infections? Do they need to go to the hospital? Do they need to be taken off the streets immediately?
You see how that changed? He probably would have never thought in his life that he'll be helping these people like this, even though he did go to college for PhD. Some of this is even mental illness, but everybody's homeless story is different. Some of these people were married. Some of these people had full-on careers. Careers that we can't even get hands on no more because of AI and other reasons. But understand that this could happen to anybody, whether you have mental issues, substance abuse, any kind of addiction could get you in this situation. And whatever gets you high, that high feels so good that it puts you down on the street. And as a first world country, nobody should be homeless. At least that's what we think. That's what we think. Because if you go to other countries, you'll see less homeless people in other first world countries. But it seems like out of all the top tier first world countries where people are quote unquote better off, it seems like America, United States has the most homeless issues, especially in large liberated cities. That's where it's a problem.
Do you want a tent?
Gwen knows she's not forgotten. Somebody cares.
If he doesn't see us here, drive around and look for us. Somebody paid attention to you, right? Yes, that matter.
This is one of our houses.
Vincent's nonprofit also rents several homes to house 10 people he's taken off the streets.
Heavenly Father, we just thank you for everything you provide for us.
They eat together like family. Eric says he was ready to give up on life when Vincent found him, gave him a tent, and offered hope.
He saved me one night. I was in the rain. I was very depressed. He's the way turned my life around. He made me happy.
And Eric is still baffled at how Vincent could choose to live in a tent outside the house so others could sleep in warm beds.
Wow, talk about change of heart. I guess things really do change as you get older. You like your mindset. Maybe you got tired of being a PhD, you know. Not everybody's gonna do one thing for the rest of their life now. Come on. But I mean, I like stories like this. I like stories like this. Because when I was in Vegas, I was doing homeless videos. If you go back to my earlier videos, I posted the links. I guess I'll go ahead and post the links in this video too. But yeah, go ahead and check them out when you get a chance.
Put himself out to put me in. It's crazy.
We have very limited space, and I'm perfectly comfortable in a tent in the backyard. Okay. All right, I'll see you later, bro. All right.
Wow. But yeah, he put himself in their shoes. Instead of being judgmental, you get to know these people. And it's like, not all of them are crazy. Some are really humble. But then for whatever reason, they're trying to escape whatever issue that they're dealing with. So like I said, not all of them are addicts, but a good portion of them are. A lot of them are victims. Like I said, there's a lot of reasons. Some people are out there by choice. Some people love the streets. Just like you have the street prostitutes. Some of them are out there by choice. Some of them are out there unwillingly because that was the only way they could make it in life to survive. You know, it's just unfortunate. It's the same thing. I hate to be derogatory, but calling them street people. So you have the street prostitutes and then you have the homeless that roam the streets. Some people just like to roam the streets. That's their freedom of America to them. But like I said, some of it involves addiction, drug abuse, and mental issues as well. Some of them are even veterans that once served this country. So the last people that should be homeless are people that serve this country or city. I'm talking about police officers and veterans that served overseas. They should get first dibs on everything. But anyway, this is Kai Lavelle. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.